You might go back to the hotel, or you can go and see letters. But let's finish the tour first. Take a look at the gate, ladies and gentlemen. I repeated a few times that we only found 10% of the site of Ephesus. Do you remember?
Yes.
It won't be 100% when the excavation is completed. Expectation of the archaeologists, 65%. Still a lot, because 30-35% is here. Take a look at the castle, take a look at the gate. And also, I'm going to point out another mosque. That mosque, the stone, everything comes from Ephesus III. Okay, so to be able to build those structures later on, they got the stone from the ancient city Ephesus III. Let's leave the bus here and take tickets from Sedat. Distance, 4.5 miles. That's the distance from the Aegean Sea. The first point is the Aegean Sea. Aegean Sea nowadays. And those are the borders in different time period where the Aegean Sea was once upon a time. Temple of Artemis, the second city of Ephesus. Please, ladies and gentlemen, there's a single column standing there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's the place where the temple. That's the place where the temple is. And also, the first Ephesus city located. Take a look at the hill there. You remember the Hittite coins I was talking about on the bus in the morning? We found them there, on the slope of the hill. And that area is accepted as the oldest settlement, and also the first city. The second city is the place where the temple located. And the third one, ladies and gentlemen, is just behind the hill, where we were before lunch. So, which is right here. And also, here's the harbor. And also, this is the lower gate. Here is the Ephesus Theater and Ephesus III. The fourth one is where we are, that hill. And that's the burial place of St. John, Basilica of St. John. Basilica of St. John and the fortress there. Starting from the fortress, there is a city wall starting, which makes a loop. The city wall makes a loop, covers the city wall, and all that location is accepted as the fourth Ephesus city, which is used in the history from 650s till 1100s, till the arrival of the Turks. Fourth Ephesus city. Fifth, the Seljuk town itself, because it was built by the Turks. And take a look at the mosque here. You're going to see the red brick minaret. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. And a rectangular dome. This is a unique mosque in the world which has rectangular dome. Which differs that one from the others? Because dome must be, circular. That one is rectangular. That is the only mosque. What you see in the garden, on the wall, all the stones, everything coming from Ephesus III. Like what you see here. Like the gateway here, like the walls, everything, all the stone comes from Ephesus III. Ladies and gentlemen, Justinian, the famous emperor,
Yes.
who ordered to build the Saint Sophia in Istanbul, at the same time he wanted to honor the Christian world, and he ordered his architect to build a basilica here in Ephesus, because that was the burial place of St. John. And St. John the Baptist lived in Ephesus as well. So, to honor the Christian world, he ordered to build a basilica-type church. When you just take a look at the building from a distance, from a higher part, like top of the hill, you're going to see that the shape of the building looks like cross. And also, ladies and gentlemen, St. John, he made a speech in the theater about Christianity. Then he got banished to island Patmos. And the emperor mentioned that he is not allowed to come back here again. Don't let him to come to Ephesus. And he was in his cave. One day, a man appeared with a white mustache and white beard. And he asked the question, "Who are you?" The answer was Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end. That was God. And God gave him 7 candlesticks and 7 stars. Those were symbolizing the 7 churches. After that moment, his missionary trip started. He chose 7 cities, 7 richest aristocrat cities, because he knows that it was easy to spread the Christianity first to the rich class. And he chose those richest 7 cities in the Aegean, starting from north to south: Pergamum, Smyrna, Philadelphia, Thyatira, Sardis, Ephesus, Laodicea. All those 7 cities he went backward and forward. According to a lot of theologians, they believe that 75–80% of the book of Revelation he wrote in Ephesus, because he came many times, although it was not legal for him to come to Ephesus, and he preached in the hidden churches. He went backward and forward to the island. Here, ladies and gentlemen, I'll take you to the altar point. The original burial is around 13 meters under the original ground level. And there's a kind of a labyrinth-shaped burial, and they found 3 skeletons. 3 buried in different time periods. And one of them, all of them, their names are St. John. It might be a bit confusing, but to be able to spread the Christianity after St. John died, after St. Paul died, a lot of followers got the same name to spread the Christianity in different cities. And here, one of the St. John buried there is the priest which came from St. Petersburg, Russia. Another priest, local priest, which lived here 11th century. And the third one, especially the body, the skeleton of St. John, was stolen from here. And only the hand safe. Did you all see the in top of the palace?
Yeah.
But the rest of the body, skeleton, is in Vatican right now.
Vatican.
Yeah.
That's another St. John.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, I'll lead you. Take a look at the building, ladies and gentlemen. It is 100% almost new. Take a look at the red bricks. Those are new bricks. To give you an idea, to be able to place the columns, they built a new wall. This building in the history for 13 times reconstructed. It collapsed, reconstructed. It collapsed, reconstructed, because they tried to copy how it was built in 6th century. It had a wooden roof, so it might easily collapse. And also, if you look carefully again, the bottom part of the wall, the lower parts are like 250-year-old bricks. The upper part are all new. Okay. Look at the sign over there, 26th of July, 1967, Pope VI prayed here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sign which gives you an idea about the mentality of the Greek Christian world. Normally, you cannot even put any sign like that to any historical place if the Pope doesn't allow. Which means the church believes that he died here. That's why when Pope VI, Pope Benedict, when they were in Ephesus area, they did the religious ceremonies in this building.
Inside it? Inside it?
Here,
Oh.
in this courtyard, in the altar, nearby the altar. So that's why the Christian world believes that he spent the last days here. Okay? Take a look at the holes on the walls. Okay, can you see them?
Yes.
Those are especially the places of the holes where again,
Metal was bronze.
Jesus statues. All over here. They placed the portable Jesus statues, bronze ones and golden ones over there, and also some like portraits, frescoes, but it makes portraits, and also they were placing those on the walls as well. And take a look at the entrance, the door. Can you see that? That's the main entrance, and also take a look at the top of the capitals of the second floor. If you look carefully, you're going to see the Maltese crosses. Can you see that?
Yes,
Those are the typical crosses which are used in this region, 7th century AD. And that was the ceiling. There was a wooden roof on top. So this is the entrance. You're going to see little squares on the walls. Those are the places where they store the oil lamps. And it is same over here. The little halls it covers. And this is the altar where you can see the center. As I told you, 13 meters underneath. And that's the half moon shape. That's for the quarrel. And ladies and gentlemen, next building on the left hand side, there is a treasury section. That treasury section is used to store all kind of portable crosses and Jesus Christ statues. And plus, ladies and gentlemen, there's another building. If you look carefully while you are passing through, you're going to see there's like a water canal in between the walls. Separate building, and it is used as the baptisterium. And also you're going to see the baptisterium, the huge room there as well. So this building is a Christian church right now, symbolical place. That's why millions of people, they come and pray here for St. John. So whatever you see, marbles, those marble on the ground, everything is new. I mean, all those. Because when Pope VI decided to come here for the big mass, so they decided to do the restoration of the whole marble, everything. Okay? I'll give you free time. Please write your questions on a piece of paper. During the Byzantine Empire, taken to Constantinople, when then it was moved to a different castle. In the time of Ottoman Empire, when they conquered the whole Constantinople and whole city and the whole Middle East, they decided to put it to the one part of it, the hand safe, the golden hand safe in Tokyo Palace you saw. You remember?
Yeah.
In Tokyo Palace treasury section. Nowadays it is. But he was killed in Rome. Pope beheaded in Rome, and also the body is in Vatican. St. John the Evangelist, two different theories. Number one is there was another St. John in the same time, and they were naming him as the St. John the Older. And that one, ladies and gentlemen, it might be St. John the Elder or St. John the Evangelist. Two different theologians believe different ways. But according to the records, it says that till 2nd century, everybody believes that that was belonging to Evangelist, St. John the Evangelist. And according to Vatican, if they come here for twice and do the ceremony here and saying that this is the birthplace of St. John the Evangelist, then it is the opinion of the Christian world. This is how we believe. But again, as I told you in the beginning, there are a lot of St. Johns and St. Pauls with the same name to be able to spread the Christianity after they all died. The city, 3rd century BC, 7th century. 3rd century BC, 7th century AD for 1,000 years. Greek and Roman. 4th city, Greek, Byzantium. And the fortress from 7th century till 11th century. After 11th, so far, it is accepted as Turkish 5th. Ladies and gentlemen, hi. We're on the way to